what I wanted to touch on real quick today is the fact that the number one reason why most people don't stick to a fitness plan or can't stick to a fitness plan is the perceived lack of time. And if you're telling yourself you don't have time, you're lying to yourself, right? Most people can find a way to make time. Those who are most successful make the time to get shit done. And so that's what I want you to do is make sure you make the time to get shit done. So here's the thing. Stop lying to yourself and telling yourself you don't have time. Make the time, carve out some time in your schedule. But this is what I want to touch on, is that exercise itself does not need to be strenuous for you to be successful. Far too often I see people quit their fitness plans because they go in too hard to begin with, and it's just not sustainable. It's kind of like these crash diets and these fad diets that just aren't quite sustainable. They're short-term fixes more than long-term solutions. So when you get on a fitness routine, when you get into a good fitness routine, if you go too hard in the beginning, chances are it's not going to stick. You got to do something that you love, right? When it comes to exercise, you must do something that you don't hate at least. And if you can go in with the attitude that you don't hate it, then it's going to be a much greater chance that it sticks for you. So what I see a lot of is somebody waits too long to address their health. Then they attack the fitness side of things with a vengeance. And they're like, you know what, I'm going to go to the gym 6 days a week. I'm going to go there for an hour and a half each time, and I'm going to kill it. Well, is that going to get you results? Hell yeah, that's going to get you results. But is that sustainable? Probably not, especially if you're a beginner, and especially if you've been telling yourself that you haven't had time in the past, and now all of a sudden you're going to make time for 7 or 8 hours of exercise a week. Probably not very sustainable, right? So I wanted to expand on, sorry, I got a little coffee here, guys. I wanted to expand on that a little bit and let you know that, provide you with some actionable steps in order to get you where you want to be on your fitness journey. So kind of like last week I covered some stuff on, hey, thank you, man. I appreciate you watching, man. Last week I covered some stuff on nutrition, and when people try to, they wait so long that they want this, the human mind is very driven towards immediate gratification, right? So that immediate gratification, or that immediate satisfaction is eating that bowl of ice cream or that piece of pie. Here's the thing. This is what I see a lot of. And when it comes to fitness and nutrition. So with nutrition, people will wait really, really long time before they start making changes. And they've waited so long that they become overwhelmed, and they just have a lot of pressure and a lot of overwhelm on their shoulders because they've waited so long to create change. And when you wait so long to create change, you have that need to have immediate results, because what happens is this. You start feeling sick and tired of being sick and tired. And when you get to that point, you're truly sick and tired of being sick and tired. You got the low back pain. You got the low energy. You got the low libido. You can't perform for wifey or girlfriend in the bedroom anymore. You just can't get up two flights of stairs without being winded. You can't tie your shoe without being winded. You can't keep up with your kids. All these things start to play a role in your mind. And when you have all those things building up in your mind and all that pressure and that overwhelm is on your shoulders, you start looking for quick answers, quick fixes. And I want you to know this. And you already know this. I'm not telling you anything that you don't know, but you know deep down inside there are no quick fixes or quick answers. But as the human mind often turns to immediate gratification, i.e. that bowl of ice cream or that piece of cake, we want that quick fix. Here's the catch. There are no quick fixes. When it comes to fitness, when it comes to nutrition, it doesn't exist. However, there are simple solutions. Now, you didn't gain the weight overnight, whether it's 20 pounds, 50 pounds, 80 pounds, or 100 pounds. That shit did not happen overnight. It's also not going to go away overnight. The point of this video was really to talk about the fitness side of things, but I'm going to tie in a little bit of nutrition here as well, because some of you may have missed my videos last week where I touched on this. But oftentimes what I see is people trying to turn to that quick fix diet. They want the keto, or they want the Whole30. By the way, Whole30 was not created for weight loss. However, they want the keto, they want the Whole30. They want this quick fix fad diet that's going to get rid of the pounds, get them back into their ideal physique, the body of their dreams overnight, and the shit doesn't exist. Here's what happens with keto. Far too often, this is what I see. People can be very successful with keto, and I'm not a fan of keto because this is why. Keto is a short-term fix more than a long-term solution, because this is what you have to ask yourself. Can you sit there and honestly tell yourself you're going to never eat carbs for the rest of your life? Ask yourself that question. If I follow keto and I lose 50 or 100 pounds, am I never going to eat carbs again? The answer is likely no. The majority of people that listen to this right now are going to be listening to this down the road will absolutely not be able to never eat carbs again. The moment you eat carbs again, and you start eating carbs on a consistent basis, highly likely that your body's going to blow up, it's going to have a crazy reaction, and keto is very hard on the insides as well. There's a lot of science behind that right now. I want you guys to have a long-term solution more than a short-term fix. So here's what I'm going to tie into the fitness piece. When it comes to fitness, what I see too often is people want to jump in with a vengeance and erase all these bad habits all in 1 week. You see this January crowd in the gym that lasts for about a month. You see these people that wait for the calendar year to turn over when they absolutely know that that's bullshit, that's probably not going to work out for them. At the end of the day, you have to discover your why. If your why was the calendar flipping over from 2019 to 2020, that's not a damn why. You got to figure out your real why. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, maybe that's your why. If you want to be around for your kids and you want to see your freaking kids grow up and you want to be able to keep up with them and do all the activities that they're doing, maybe that's your freaking why. If you want somebody else to walk your daughter down the aisle because you chose to not take care of yourself, you might want to discover your why. That's what I'm telling you. And here's the catch, man. When it comes to fitness, this is what I see too often. You want to take on this huge undertaking because you've waited so long to address all these things. So now you're going to go hard in the gym for 6 days a week for 2 hours at a time. That's not sustainable, man. I'm telling you right now, you start taking steps today to get to where you want to be tomorrow. Create actionable steps. I posted something on Instagram not long ago that exercise needs to be consistent, but it doesn't need to be strenuous. I'm a big fan of working smarter and not harder. My clients are in and out of the gym in under an hour, and that's the bottom line. I don't want you spending a ton of time in the gym because it's not necessary. But when you've let the overwhelm and the stress build up in your mind for all this time because you can't simply find a way to take the slow, actionable steps, the steps that are actually sustainable for you, and you wait for all this to pile down on your shoulders and you try to take it all on at once, I'm going to do keto and I'm going to work out 18 hours a week, it's not sustainable. What I want you to have is a recipe for solution or a recipe for success. A short-term fix is not a long-term solution. A long-term solution is creating a reasonable plan for you to make decisions today that will make your future self proud. Not make decisions today that's going to erase all the bad decisions you've been making for the last 5 years or 10 years. It doesn't go away in one night. But when it comes to fitness, this is what I want you to know. It absolutely does not need to be strenuous, guys. It needs to be consistent. Now, I'm not telling you to never work hard in the gym because I'm going to tell you right now, there are workouts when I go to the gym and it kicks my freaking ass. And at the end of the day, a shitty workout is always better than no workout. So you're not always going to be motivated to get to the gym. But if you can get into the gym, work smarter, not harder, and be in and out in the gym under an hour, which is what my clients are, that's what you need to do. You don't need to be spending 2 hours in the gym 6 days a week. Or else you're not gonna win, and I want you to win. The bottom line is that shit's not sustainable. If you start trying to take on way too much because you've waited way too long to address your health, likely you're gonna be back to square one 3 months from now, and that's what I want you to be able to avoid. If you need slow, sustainable, actionable steps that are gonna build some momentum, build some confidence, and get you where you wanna be tomorrow, whether that's a 20-pound weight loss, 50-pound weight loss, 100-pound weight loss, it doesn't matter. The process is still the same. Start doing things that are sustainable, man. Find something that you enjoy. If you're not someone that loves the idea of going in and pumping iron, don't go pump iron. If you like the idea of group fitness, find a group fitness program that works for you. Find something that's flexible for your schedule, that's sustainable, that you can actually enjoy. People that fail at a fitness routine often fail because they went too hard or they found something that didn't appeal to them. If you absolutely hate the idea of Orange Theory Fitness and that makes you cringe, then don't do Orange Theory Fitness. If you hate the idea of kickboxing, if you hate the idea of whatever it is you're thinking about doing, don't do it. Do something that appeals to you, that can be sustainable, that you can maintain long term, and it can be a part of life, become a way of life, not I'm going to work out just to lose weight and then I'll be okay again. Working out should happen whether you need to lose weight or not. This is part of taking care of the only body that you have, your only place to live, as Jim Rohn said. It's your temple. If you don't start taking care of it today, you're going to be sorry as hell tomorrow, and 5 years down the road, you're going to look back with regret when you get diabetes or you have high blood pressure, you end up on 15 different medications because you chose not to take action today. Here's what I want you not to do. Don't let this be another wasted Monday, man. Motivational, whatever the hell you want to call it. Motivational Monday, motivational Wednesday, motivational Saturday. Make it a way of life, guys. When you do that and you finally wrap your head around the fact that this is how you're going to live and these aren't Band-Aids for all the piss poor decisions you've been making for the last 10 years, you will win. That's what you have to do. You got to get to a place where this is becoming a way of life and you will win. And that's where I want you to be. So don't rely on motivational memes and motivational videos to push you through, man. Discover your why. When you discover your why and you realize that motivation is internal, you won't need motivation anymore. Motivation comes and goes, comes and goes. But you know what doesn't come and go? You know what always is there for you to lean on as the best friend in your life? Discipline. And when you get to a point in time where discipline takes over, that's all you need. You don't need motivation anymore, man. Motivation is for beginners. Motivation is for people just getting started. I appreciate all the love, man. I'm just trying to bring you guys some heat here. The bottom line is if you buy into what I'm saying and you implement the steps that I'm talking about right now into your own life, you're going to win. That's it. I just want you to win. That's all. I am completely overwhelmed and frustrated at the fact that I look around our country and see this obesity epidemic climbing at an astronomical rate. We're up to 35%, guys. Don't be part of that trend. Don't let this be another wasted Monday. Start taking action, man. Steps today to make your future self proud.